Good morning. Good Saturday morning. Glad to have you with us. David, Lenny, Mike, Brett here for the next couple hours talking sports. Threat of rain in the area as it's dark and cloudy here at our studios this morning. So I think some rain coming in maybe in the next couple hours. But the funny thing is, not to last long, it don't look like. Not just short term. As last I looked at my phone anyway, coming in and getting out. And don't know how much rain we'll get, but at least the threat of wildfires is not quite as bad, I think, as it was last week at this time, after getting a little bit of rain this week as well. There are so many things going on in the world of sports. It never stops. I thought about this on the way down the road today. I think all four of us are really into music, you know, because we do these lyrics every week and things like that. If you had to give up one, you gonna give up music or sports? You have to give it up totally. Totally. And the first thing I thought in my mind is, you know, I can't do without my sports, you know. Music's 24 hours a day. You can get it anytime you want it. Sports, you got to follow their schedule. Which one you giving up, Mike? I see you thinking about it over there.
Music's very, very big for me. Always has been.
Yeah. There was a time it wouldn't even been a question.
Yeah.
That the sports I would keep it, no doubt. But,
music never disappoints me.
Yeah.
It's a good way. That is a good way to look at it.
You. That's right.
If you go to a concert, they're not going to lose.
Yeah. Then if I hear a song I don't like, I can turn it to a different.
That's true. Yeah.
Can't imagine a world without music.
Yeah. Or sports.
Yeah.
For that matter. At least here, you know, in the
Can
United
I still
States.
play?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Just can't watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tough would that be, though?
And you could fill it with other things. I don't know.
That'd free up a lot of time.
Super Bowl's on, everybody's watching it, but you know, I can't. You know, I got to do something else. And, yeah, that would be a tough one. Because, like I said, the good thing about the music, anytime you want it, you know, and we don't like to watch replays of ball games too much, but hearing the same songs over and over don't really bother us at all, right?
I hear many songs over and over.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you want to hear them over.
Listen to classic rock, serious, whatever. Your own stuff, of course.
Monty says, good morning, STG. His Yankee update today says, Yankees 21-11, best record in baseball behind the Braves. Second best, he says, second best record in baseball behind the Braves. I was watching a little bit last night, flipping through some channels, and Brad, I watched just a little bit. I'm assuming the Dodgers lost because the Cardinals jumped out on them pretty good there last night. The Cardinals look like a playoff team to me. They started slow. They kind of had a slow start. I don't know what their record is, but they look like a playoff team to me.
19-13, baby.
Are they?
I think somewhere.
Yeah.
I saw something, heard it Thursday. I don't know if it's still the same, but they said before Thursday's games that every team in that division, the Cardinals division, had a better record than everybody in the American League but three teams.
Really?
Just in
that one
now,
division.
it was Thursday.
Well,
I don't know now.
What that does, though, if you do make the playoffs, you earned it. But number two, it's going to be hard to maybe stay on top.
And at that time, the Pirates were at the very bottom, but they were 16-15.
They swept the Pirates, didn't they? I think they swept the Pirates 4 games this week.
They did.
But it was like the Cubs were 20-12. Well, I heard that last night, and Cincinnati was 20-12.
It's a good division.
St. Louis was like 19 and
I'm not sure anybody
13.
in it's great.
Right. Which makes it more competitive.
Yeah, but it is a really good division.
Really, 3 teams in the American League, but I thought, I don't know about that. I went and looked. It was Yankees, Yankees, Tampa Bay, and Oakland. And that's a good many of them had 500 records.
Help me with the name. the East Lincoln kid playing for
Burleson.
Burleson, Alec Burleson. What is his? How's he
I
playing?
wouldn't call him a kid anymore.
Well,
He's probably 30 by now, right?
He had a home run last night.
did he?
I think it was last night.
Okay. Yeah, he's got some power. He led them in home runs one season, and the Cardinals never hit a lot of home runs.
Right.
You know, he was in the 20s, upper
He's
20s,
hitting
I think.
279,
That's a pretty good average this day and time.
5 home runs,
I wonder what the major league average is.
only 19 strikeouts.
That's pretty good for a power hitter.
139 plate appearances, 19 strikeouts, 14 walks. So the walk out to strike ratio is pretty good. Or strike out to walk. What I walk out?
Walk out. Yeah, that's a walk off.
Yeah, if you have more walk offs than strikeouts, that'd be
Oh yeah,
amazing.
it would. You could maybe have that on opening day. That'd be about it, especially for power hitters. Surprises to you guys so far, up or down in Major League Baseball? What's happened to the Astros? I'll just go ahead and throw that out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they started off the first week; they were pretty good.
Pretty good.
Of course, maybe it's because they were playing Boston, but then they just fell apart. Well,
They're hurting pitching wise, but I think it goes deeper than that.
Really?
Because they've got probably 1 and 2 starters are out.
Yeah.
Plus they lost Valdez to Detroit. But I think it goes deeper than that too.
Right. Just trying to see where they stand right now.
They got Yordan Alvarez is hitting 341
Yeah.
with 12 home runs.
Yeah, and who is that a name that somebody's going to get this year, as before the trade line, or as the trade deadline approaches? Is somebody going to pick him up? And because
I don't know. I don't see the Astros just
is it the final year of his contract?
giving up. I have no idea.
I don't either. I mean,
No.
I heard him mentioned,
But I heard his name mentioned. It come trade deadline, where would the Astros be? Would they consider moving him for a huge
One of the
package?
headlines I saw, and he said, "Where will he land?" Like it was a given. Maybe not. I don't know, but
I believe I heard him say last night 2028 is when his contract expires.
is he injured a lot?
Was last year. Didn't play much last year.
That's the one thing that would hold you back, or especially if the
What'd you say?
contract's gotta be
341, Brett?
Yeah.
And that was and that's probably up to date, isn't it? Because he
Yeah.
was 0 for 5 last night, which
12 homers.
how
that
Boston
leads
held
the
him to
league.
0 for 5. I have no.
He hits for average and power. He really does. I mean, he's
That leads the majors in homers, right?
No, the guy for the White Sox hit one last night. The Japanese
many does Judge
Murakami, he's got 13.
Judge has what, 11?
12, I
Yeah.
believe. And then, like you said, Whitcott's got 12.
I'm going to guess Big Hurt was the last White Sox to lead in home runs. I don't even know if he did, but I'm just
I'm
throwing
like
that
you,
out there.
I don't know.
But that's
Haven't we already had a firing?
the White Sox have been two firings. Boston and
Phillies.
Phillies, yeah. Two teams that were expected to do well out of the gates, and neither one have.
Yep.
Yeah, and the other one was the Mets. I'm surprised the Mets.
surprised
He's hanging on to his job at this time. Yankees 21-11. How about Tampa? They just never go away. They just never go away. I don't know how many players you can name on their team, but they are 19-12 and only a game and a half behind the Yankees. It's pretty much the no-name division going down. Even though Toronto was in the World Series last year and almost won it, they're still 2 games under 500 this year. Baltimore, Boston holding everybody up, 13-19. Central's got Cleveland leading the way, but a much more mediocre division, 17-16. Sorry, George. Detroit, 16-17. For some reason, I still think Detroit is the better team in the division, but they're not showing it yet. White Sox, Minnesota, Kansas City. In the West, how about the Sacramento A's? Beautiful ballpark they play out. Have you guys seen it on TV or anything? Yeah, and they're wearing their jerseys even say Sacramento now. I don't know if they had that last year or not. I don't remember seeing them say it.
remember much.
I just remember them wearing A's But now their jerseys say Sacramento, even though they're only there for a little while. It makes me wonder, could Sacramento in the future support a team? Could they, somebody wants to move, could they? Wonder what the average attendance is for Sacramento in home games. The Rangers, Seattle. Seattle's off to a stumbling start, but they are still way in the picture. They're only one game under 500, 16, 17. They may have been that way last year in the early part. Houston 12-21, and the Angels 12-21. Just always amazes me. Mike Trout. He's committed. I tell you that. He's committed to being an angel. He must be an angel if he can stay with that
Angel in the
organization.
outfield?
He's an angel, yeah.
Wasn't that a movie? Yeah.
A baseball movie, right?
Yeah.
How about the Braves, 23-10? Did anybody see this coming?
Nope.
This kind of start for the Atlanta Braves? How'd they finish last year? Did they make the playoffs?
They got off such a bad. They were kind of
Terrible
like
start.
Phillies and the Red Sox last year, and they just never did. And you felt like last year they were better than that, but they just.
Well, I hope the Phillies and Red Sox turn it around as quick as the
Well,
Braves
Atlanta's
did.
turned it around, but they was just so far behind. Like, they played well late down the.
Right. Which gave them a boost, I guess.
What surprises
going
me
into
right
this
now
year.
is they've got two starters that hadn't thrown a pitch yet. Probably
Yeah.
number one,
Yeah, you
Spencer
were telling me about
Strider,
that.
and then the number 2 or 3.
And you said the
Slayamar.
Yankees have the same thing.
Yeah, the Yankees had the same thing. That's the scary thing. Of course, sometimes when that happens, it disrupts
Well, you know
your
what,
team.
though?
When you
Quite honestly, with the Yankees, I don't know how they can give up much less runs. I mean,
I agree.
does it matter who pitches, because they're not giving up many runs. That's how they're winning. And more with defense.
Right, I agree, yeah.
Than it is offense right now.
Well, how about the worst team money can buy, the Mets? They're already 11.5 behind the Braves.
Yep.
And look at the other teams.
they're holding
Miami,
everybody up.
the Nationals, Phillies.
All below 500.
That doesn't. You would think the Braves could run away with that division, but I don't know. It's really early, obviously.
it is.
Last year at this time, were the standings in that division flip-flopped?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mets and Phillies on top, Braves on bottom.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between the Marlins and
Hard to
Washington.
overcome a bad start into 30, 35 games into the season.
Yeah, when you get that far into it, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. What'd you say, Lenny? We've always heard that you can't win the division in the first month, but you can sure lose it.
Lose it.
Yeah,
Yep.
in the first month.
That's wisdom.
Yeah, the Phillies, the Mets, that's just unbelievable. 24 wins. The Braves have one less win than those two organizations combined.
Yep.
I mean, that's unheard of. That Central is looking good, though. That Central Division, the Reds 20 wins, the Cubs 20 wins, the Cardinals 19 wins, the Brewers 17-14, and Pittsburgh 17-16. You could still see any of those.
Yeah.
Coming
All
out of
above
there.
500.
Yep, and 3.5 games is all that separates first from last in that division. Can the Padres go wire to wire, toe to toe, I guess I should say, with the Dodgers? They got a really good lineup. Looks like a really good team. They're only a half game out of first. Of course, I don't think the Dodgers are playing their best.
No, they've been
Yeah.
kind of bad the last 10 days or so.
Right.
I think they lost 3 in a row. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Marlins at home.
Yep. I would love to have lost 3 in a row and be 20-12, but
Yeah.
I would take that. Arizona 16-15. That's a team that just seems to always show up at playoff time. I don't know how they get it done every year. Can't name you many players on their team, but they do somehow. Who's their manager in Arizona? Anybody?
Tony Lavello, I believe is his name.
Tony Lavello.
Lavello's the last name. Might not be Tony.
Yeah, well, that's
He's a Red Sox, too.
is he? Okay.
He's from the Epstein group.
Yeah, I was going to
When
say
Epstein was there.
he's managing the wrong team then.
Torrey, that's his name. Torrey, Torey.
Torey. The Rockies 14-19, and here's the disappointment, Mike. Your Giants only 13-19.
Yeah, it's a team that doesn't often make the playoffs.
What are they lacking? A roster?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
They got they're minus 29.
They still
on
got
the
our guy,
season.
right, Lenny?
Minus 29.
I can't tell you to me. I know that the Yastrzemski kid is not in San Francisco.
No, he's not.
He's in Atlanta now.
He's in
He was one
Atlanta.
of my faves, too, for them.
I knew that. I found that out because I saw him make an error the other day. And
We got the rookie manager who came over from the University of Tennessee. That's still a work in progress.
yeah, how's that working out?
Well, I don't know.
You don't really know. I mean,
I think you got to give him. You see what
A season?
That's right.
season.
A pass for one season?
Pass for one season.
just
But
like
do you want to
said,
see
it's early.
improvement, though? I mean, do you want to see
Yeah,
improvement? or
you want to see improvement.
The one thing you can't do, though, is change the roster, you know? I mean,
Right.
so he's handcuffed with that.
Well, last year they finished with like a game or two below 500, mediocrity. So we'll see. But
Today,
they're still selling out the stadium, Oracle. So.
are they? Is that all that matters?
No,
Not to a fan, it
not
shouldn't
to
be.
a fan.
It should not
You
be.
want to win.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep. Oracle, how close is it to where Candlestick was? Any idea? 'Cause the point I want to make here is the 49ers don't even play anywhere near San Francisco. I mean, it's 30 miles or more from where they play. I've heard a lot of talk about they need to get that back in actual San
I
Francisco
think it's just on the other side of the bay from where
where they were before.
they were before.
Okay.
But yeah, the 49ers, they play in Santa Clara, which is a good hour away south of Frisco.
Ned says, thankful for good old battery-powered FM, AM,
Hey.
AM, FM radio when the power goes out. Again. His last word on that power going out again.
Speaking of Ned, I did look for him yesterday at the big Veterans Office grand opening thing, flag.
Are you calling him out?
I'm calling him out, looking for him. He's
sounds like-
always at all these military ceremonies. I just didn't see him yesterday. He might have been there, though. By the way, guys, you got to go by the second floor of that building. David,
That building.
Lincoln County Sports Hall of Fame. They've done a heck of a job.
Academy Street.
Academy Street, toured it, brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah, Mike has bragged on that for a couple weeks. I have got to get by there
Yeah,
and check out.
I'm very impressed
John
with all
Davis
the
has done.
paraphernalia, the stories. They even got a monitor there where it's got a continual revolving of everybody that's in the hall, with pictures and so forth, and a lot of good stuff.
I've got to get into this while it's on my mind because this has been just crazy for me for the last 12 hours or maybe less than that
Ooh.
because I can't tell time. On Thursday night, I watched an Atlanta Hawks team that I'm not sure would have beat an NIT team in college basketball that particular night. Last night, I saw a 20-something point lead at halftime. I saw an NBA team miss 24 straight shots.
Wow.
24 straight field goals they missed. And that's Orlando falling last night to Detroit. Detroit could have easily been knocked out. They were up. They were up. That was the closing game for Orlando. That was the closeout
Yeah, it
game.
was 3-2.
They had a chance to close it out. They're up. They're going to lose by 30 tomorrow. Is that game tomorrow?
Well, yeah.
There's no way they're going to be in that game because all the momentum, they're going back to Detroit. You could have got the number one seed eliminated. Detroit's going to the finals. I just feel like they're going to the finals. If they survive this, I mean, did you watch any of that, Brett?
Yeah.
Mike? I mean, what do you think the problem was? I mean, I watched it till halftime, and I said, I'm going to watch something else for a while. And I checked it, and it's, they were up 22 at half. I checked it, and all of a sudden, it was down to 15, no big deal. They'll make a run to get it right back up there. And then I checked it again, and it was down to 5, and then again. And so I started watching it at that point, and I mean, it's like they could not hit anything.
19 points in the second half.
How about that's total? Was that what it was?
That's what it was.
19.
I can't
When's
believe
the last
it.
time has that ever happened?
55 to 19 in the second half.
8 points in the fourth quarter.
But I'm going to tell you who's the best player in the playoffs right now. Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
I say his name
Good
right.
one.
Yeah.
Out of Oklahoma State 1 year there.
He's
yeah.
carrying that team. He's carrying that team right now. I looked it up to see where he went because I knew his name. I couldn't remember that he went to Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
but I did.
just there for a year. I
Yeah.
believe.
Well, who's not?
Yeah, that's right.
But
And I think wasn't his brother assistant coach at Oklahoma State?
is that
I
right?
think that was some of the
He can't be
recruit.
stopped
Yeah,
in this
he
series.
was a big-time
He
player.
absolutely
Oh,
can't be
yeah.
stopped.
high school before he even went to his 1 year.
Right. Well, how about the Lakers? That's a big story, right? Wrapping it up. 4-2.
Were they supposed to win that series, Brett?
Well,
I mean, I don't guess you're supposed
Kevin
to.
Durant's
win.
injury.
Seed-wise, were they
They were the higher seed, but without
Durant?
Luka and Austin
Oh, yeah.
Reeves.
Yeah.
For Luka didn't play at all. Austin Reeves only played the last 2 games, and then Durant only played
I don't even know where Durant plays now.
2. Well, he plays for Houston.
I know. I realize that now that y'all are talking about
take
it.
me
but
back to Houston.
I think he only played 2 out of the 6 games, or maybe just 1.
Did he miss more games this year than he played?
No.
No. Okay.
No. He
Okay.
played 78 out of 82.
Wow.
He just got hurt at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Durant don't miss many.
You
I mean,
can
he
say
did tear
that
his
about a
ACL
lot of
years
people
ago.
this year about getting hurt at the wrong time.
Oh,
Like Luka. I mean, who else? Who else is
Good guy in Minnesota.
Yeah, Anthony
yeah,
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, who might be the best player.
Yep.
I would say he's the best player in the playoffs, but right
So they
now
call
it's
him Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
wonder why, Mike.
Ooh, could that have anything to do with Anthony?
Brett's name's Anthony. We don't call him Ant-Man.
I did not know that. Everybody's got to have a moniker.
I just was amazed at what I saw the last 2 nights. I mean,
That's horrible shooting.
yeah, I mean, the Hawks game was at home, right?
I think it was it not?
Yeah,
It was in
it was
Atlanta.
in Atlanta.
I mean, that
They gave up 83 in the first half.
yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it like 51 at half? Am I making that up? It was horrendous. Wasn't it?
83 to 36 at halftime.
Okay. 83-36.
Blows my mind, guys. I mean, that really does. It just blows my mind. Let's see, Friday, May 1st. That's that Detroit game last night. 93 to 79. 93 to 79. They look like it got to the point where I was watching it. I don't think anybody wanted to take the shot last night. Did you watch it, Brett?
Off and on.
It just looked like nobody. It got, I mean, they tried to rely on Paulo or whatever, however you pronounce his name.
Doesn't care.
And he carried them for a little while, but then when his shots started missing, they had nobody to go to. I mean, it was just so strange.
Yeah, he was 4 for 20. Jalen Suggs was 1 for 10. Desmond Bain 7 for 18. I mean, that's their 3 top shooters. Nobody else shot more than 9 shots, but
in a way, if you're
they played great in the first half.
on that team, you really want another chance, and they're going to get it. But almost in a way, it's like there's no way they go there and win after getting beat like that. I mean, after blowing a lead like that, how do you get back up to go play that game? They've been the surprise of the playoffs. how many did they have to win 2 play-in games? I know they beat the Hornets, and they beat the Hornets bad, but I can't
I
remember.
know they lost their first game.
Had to play 2, but they lost. I mean, lost and dropped back to play the Hornets. Wasn't that how it worked?
They lost their first one and then beat Charlotte to get in.
So they could have got in by winning the
If
first.
they'd have won their first one, they'd have been the 7 seed, but they lost. So then they had to play for the 8 seed.
So who's the 2 that they would have faced? That's not
Boston.
Yeah. Well, there's another one they're not winning a championship. Boston is not winning a championship. They just don't look like a championship team either. They could get eliminated. Is that today?
Yeah.
Game 7?
Tonight at 7:30, Boston and Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see them blow a 3-1 lead.
They're going to. I mean,
As much as I like Jason Tatum, I cannot pull for the Celtics.
that's the Laker in you.
I wouldn't care if they had 10 Duke players. I can't pull for 'em.
I don't think you got to worry about it. Now, I may be wrong. They may win this game because you can't predict one game.
Well, nobody's beaten,
but
I don't think anybody's beaten Oklahoma City.
right.
And if anybody does, it's San Antonio. So one of those two is going to win it all, I would think.
Yeah.
I would like to see the Knicks get to the finals. I think that'd be a good story and good for the NBA. But I just don't think anybody in the East really has a chance.
Yeah. That brings me to something else. You said when's the last time the Knicks won it?
In the 70s?
The Clyde Frazier.
This is Lenny. And
Whenever
Mike,
Willis
Brett.
Reed
Willis
walked
Reed.
on the floor,
Are you
wasn't
kidding me?
expected. I
I
think.
think so.
That's the last time they
I
won.
think so.
They won a couple titles in the 70s. I don't think they've won it since then.
Let's see here if I've got the Knicks.
They made it in the 90s with Patrick Ewing.
1973 is what I
Red
have.
Holtzman.
1973.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's when Willis Reed walked on the floor, hurt from the dressing room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question and see what you think. New York sports. Okay, how much you know about New York sports? It's all over the media, right?
Yep. That's the biggest sports.
Who and
Market in
when?
the world.
Who and when won their last world championship in New York sports?
Yankees.
Giants.
Waiting on Mike.
I mean, I can think about it longer and Mike could come up with it, but
I'd have to say the Giants during the Eli Manning era.
5,210 days ago, the New York Giants were the last team to win a championship
2014
from New York.
or somewhere in there.
The Yankees were second, Lenny,
Okay.
but it's been over 6,000 days.
It's like, what, 09,
Since,
08, somewhere.
09, I think. When was the Giants?
The Giants
2010,
was in 2012.
2012.
2012. The Yankees was in 09. Then you got to go down to the Rangers, the Mets. The Mets were in '86 when they beat the Red Sox.
I couldn't even remember.
Well,
Well, the Yankees have won like
Should've
8
remembered.
since then.
yeah, they have. Yeah, probably so. Well, but I was just amazed when I saw this. I said, this can't be right. But that's just how fast time goes by.
I didn't know about hockey. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have known who.
It's just.
I know the
thing.
Rangers. The Rangers aren't good. I didn't know about like the Islanders. Or,
Which one's never won a championship? They do have a franchise that's not won a championship. New York does.
well, the Nets hadn't won it in
Nets,
Brooklyn.
That's it.
Did they win? They didn't win one in New Jersey either.
Brooklyn's never
That
won.
was what I was curious. You know, they were in New Jersey for.
Yeah, not that I know of.
They won an ABA
All it
championship.
says is never won a title, and I'm
Jersey, they-
assuming that means the franchise, not just being.
Yeah.
You know. But the Jets are on here. You know, they haven't won one since 1969. The Knicks, 73. The Islanders, 83. The Mets, 86. The Rangers, 94. That one might surprise me the most, that the Rangers have been that long, because they used to be a dominant organization in hockey. The Yankees, 2009, and the Giants. I would have never thought the Giants, though, more recent than the Yankees. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I would have just never thought the Giants had one more recent than the Yankees. But the Yankees are always in competition. The Giants haven't been. That
No.
might be why. But 2012, which one had the? I know Eli won too. Which one had the miraculous catch off the helmet? Was that his first one or his second one?
Yeah, I think that was. It was the year that the Patriots were undefeated and going, for the record, to beat the Dolphins
Yeah.
as the only as to break their undefeated status as the only team to go through a season unbeaten.
Monty, the only thing that ever matters to me, Monty says 27-time world champions, nobody close. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of those, there were 2 teams in Major League Baseball. I did some history. There were 2 teams in Major League Baseball. So one of them had to win it, and that was, I don't know how many of those there were. And all I ever care about is how much in my lifetime. So break it down. I want to know, Monty, how many have they won in your lifetime? It still is probably the most.
Probably the most, but
It's still probably the most, but it's not a jokingly 27. I mean, let's get real.
but earlier,
You know,
Monty and I's lifetime, they were really down in the early.
when Mattingly was there, they were horrible.
In the 70s and early
Yeah.
80s. I mean, it wasn't until.
Well, that's when Steinbrenner almost ruined it, right?
When really wasn't until he came into the fold, but they were were relevant again.
Yeah, that's
Even
right.
he had to put up his.
I felt bad for Mattingly, and I'm not even a Yankee fan. He had to go through all those years with barely making the playoffs with the Yankees. And that's like who's won? I mean, the Celtics and the Lakers, right, are the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBA.
I got 18 and 17.
But still,
or
I mean, in
something
sports,
like
to me, I understand it. Yeah, you're going to get those, but to me, it's all about what have you done for me lately. And I think,
Fan base it is too.
yeah, for the fan base, yeah, it is. I love that Boston hadn't won one in 100 years, and they won 4. But I want one now.
But the expectations are, I want to play, be able to relevant now.
Yep. It's just, I don't know. It's just crazy. I did not realize that the New York teams had fell off like that. But is there another city that's? I guess there's not. There's not another city that's got as many teams, obviously, as New York. I guess the closest would be Los Angeles, or maybe.
Chicago, one of those, but probably at Los Angeles.
Yeah. Chicago don't have 2 football teams, so that hurts them a little bit, or 2 basketball. So, L.A. I don't know. That's just that's probably. I thought it was wrong when I read it, because you just think that a New York team has won something, every 5 years at least, but it doesn't always happen that way, I guess.
73, the Knicks. I knew it had been.
That's good, Monty. That's more like it. Monty says 7 in his lifetime. That's more than my Red Sox. I got 4.
Yeah.
That's what I like. How many have you done in our lifetime? Because things have changed so much, throughout the years.
Who was the
And I'm not
point guard?
knocking on them, but I mean, let's face it. There was a time when we had 2 teams in Major League Baseball. There's a time probably when we had 4. Somebody's winning those titles. Here's what. Okay, just think if you go back and change football, they don't even really acknowledge them except for Super Bowl winners. And look how many teams there were, like the Yankees, that won all those titles before when it was the NFL championship, but they don't even recognize those.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if basketball's that way or not. I don't know if they're, I mean, the poor old Browns, they haven't won a Super Bowl, but they won some NFL championships.
And like
the Lions won several NFL championships. They don't get recognized.
Right, like it
anything before 1965, 4,
5, 6, yeah.
don't even get recognized.
Nope.
It's kind of odd, but I guess that's what the Super Bowl did, for football.
And now I think it's harder from a baseball perspective because you got so many teams. Your goal is to make the playoffs now, and then it turns into a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Hoop matchups.
The talent is
It's just so much harder. And then I guess even in the
Spread out.
NFL too, because there are more teams. And then in basketball, it's just harder.
I tell you what surprises me, the fact if an NFL team can get in there like Kansas City did and have a little mini dynasty, and even what the Patriots did is even far more unbelievable. But, they had the right quarterback that they could build around and be competitive and win. But when you got a salary cap and everybody's on the same level of what you can pay, yet how many did the Patriots win? Six, and lost 4. They were even there and lost 4, I think.
Yeah.
That's just hard to do.
That's hard to do.
That is really hard to do.
Speaking of more teams, have you guys read anything about considering going to 76 teams, 76 trombones for the NCAA tournament?
Are they thinking, or is it done?
Is it done?
Yeah, it's
done
done.
deal.
It's done.
Okay, guys, what do you think, and how does that change the tournament, if at all? Some people say, just some more play-ins, and you'll have more mediocre teams from the power conferences in it with barely 500 records.
It will change the game less than 1%.
Yeah, it's just not going to change it.
Right.
More
Because let's
teams
face
in,
it, college
good
basketball
for
is
them.
now a sport that nobody really cares too much until March. Am I right, or what?
Well, that's the only thing that means anything.
I don't think it means anything.
Monty, here's you some trivia. Who was the Yankees' first title against? Now, I like this. Hearing this is good stuff. Their first title was in 1923. You want to know who they beat? Mike Powell. I put the
New York
emphasis-
Giants.
New York Giants.
Darn it.
Yeah. Darn it. Yeah, Mike. Well, you watched that series, didn't you, Mike?
Watch that. I was just
He
Just
said
a
there
toddler,
was
but-
16 teams in 23.
yeah.
But I'm telling you, Monty, if there was I would guess that the franchises in New York City, how many were there at the time? Was it just the 2, or were there more? I mean, that's where the talent's going.
Or were the Dodgers?
That's where the money
Were the
is.
Dodgers around in
I don't think they were there that early.
23?
The trolley Dodgers weren't even around yet
Yeah.
at that time. So I don't think the Dodgers came along. Did the Dodgers not come along to the 50s?
That's what I want to think.
I'm not sure.
Brooklyn Dodgers, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that early.
No, they were earlier than that.
I bet some of these teams that I don't know this. I wish I would see.
Now, they
this.
moved to L.A. in the
I'd like to
50s.
When
see-
Jackie Robinson, 40s.
I'd like to
late-
see where the
Yeah.
teams are
Late 40s.
from back in the 20s. That you
They-
might have
they were the
Decatur Mud Hens or something. You know.
They were the trolley Dodgers in 1911 and 1912. The team started in 1883 as the Brooklyn Grays.
Brooklyn Grays.
They were the Brooklyn Dodgers from 32 to 57. So they were around. Well, they've been a team since 1883,
Okay.
but they
Wow.
moved to L.A. in 58.
That is.
They've had a bunch of different names, about 12 different names.
And like you said, everybody wanted to go to New York. And then back in there, everything was basically East Coast to Midwest.
Well, you had
They
something.
called Boston
You
had
had
the
something to
Braves,
do
the
in
Red
New
Sox.
York.
Yeah,
You had somewhere you could go, something to do.
and they had those massive stadiums too.
Monty says Brooklyn Robins.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yep. Yankees and Giants. The
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
Robins.
Robins. Not the Brooks Robinsons, but the
Yeah.
Brooklyn Robins.
And they shared Ebbets Field with.
I'm gonna do lyrics, Lenny. So, I'm gonna do lyrics here, and we're gonna take our first time out.
Okay.
You got me in a corner. Think about that. Back in a moment.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too.
Buy more, save more at Lebo's Shoes, Western, and Dance. Check out your favorite brands from Ariat, Brooks, Wrangler, and more. Buy 2 clearance items and get 20% off. Buy 3 clearance items and get 30% off. Buy 4 or more clearance items and get 40% off the lowest marked price. Stop by any of their 7 store locations, including their new store at 2128 North Carolina Highway 16 Business in Denver in the West Point Shops. Hours Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m. Shop online at lebos.com.
Get up to $3,000 off select Polaris off-road vehicles at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell, or get financing as low as 1.99% APR for 36 months. But that's not all. Get up to $1,500 bonus bucks on new Honda Pioneer, Prowler, Talon models, and rev up the new year with the new Slingshot. Get $1,000 customer cash or financing as low as 1.99% for 36 months with no money down at Full Throttle Power Sports. 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver, or visit mooneyinsurance.com.
Trick One Automotive in Lincoln has just expanded their tire lines. Sure, they still sell Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, but now they also sell Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. They have become this area's tire headquarters. If it's round and it rolls, you'll find it at Trick One Automotive in Lincoln. And don't forget they do all types of automotive repair. This month, get a front end alignment for just $89.95 this month only. And one more thing, Trick One Automotive Center is now a distributor for Valvoline Oil. Trick One Automotive Center, 1924 Gastonia Highway in Lincoln, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Like them on Facebook too.
This is Creighton Kell with Kell Insurance. We have been helping people for over 25 years with all their Medicare needs. We represent the same national and local companies as the insurance agencies you see on TV. And you know what? We can sit down with you one-on-one and help you find the right plan just for you.
Kell Insurance is located beside the Cultural Center and behind Gillum Realty in downtown Lincoln. 107 North Cedar Street. Call 704-732-4646 and follow them on Facebook. Kell Insurance.
Welcome back. Got a little echo. There it went. It's gone. Glad to have you with us. Sports Talk this morning. I'm going to give my lyrics once again. Butch, negative. He guessed, but not the right one. I liked his answer, though. Ned, however, comes through with the correct lyrics. I'm going to look at them here one more time and give you a little bit more for the guys here in the studio to guess. You got me in a corner. You got me against the wall. I got nowhere to go. I got nowhere to fall. Does that help anybody?
God.
Known for a lot of really good songs. A lot of really good songs.
Damn.
No longer with us. That helps you. There's you a hint.
No longer with us.
No longer with us.
Just an individual.
I was asked the same thing this morning before I left the house, and I said, yeah, an individual and his band. There's your really good hint.
That is a good hand.
And his band.
And his band. I could give Brett one clue, and he would nail it like that. Because we have seen them. So saw him.
Sounds like Tom Petty.
And the Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
Jammin' Me. You guys know that song? Jammin' Me. You'd know if you heard it. I'm not going to sing it to you. Don't want to run off any more. This question when we have a break, I always think of stuff in my head, and I'd like to know some of the answers. How did you pick your favorite team? How did you pick your favorite team? I've gone through this with people before. You know, most people have around here have three favorite teams. They have a baseball, a football, and a college basketball. You know,
That's it.
You know, Brett does have a professional basketball team that he pulls for and things, but you know, usually around here, college basketball is so big, and we had college basketball ourselves way longer than we've had the NBA, you know, in Charlotte or whatever. And if you're born and that team is already in your city, do you think that is how it becomes most people's team? You know, like if you're born in Pittsburgh and the Steelers are already there, you're probably a fool if you've not a fan of the Steelers since they've won. As a bad example, because they've won 6 Lombardis as well. But how did Lenny? I'm guessing because your dad was
all three of mine.
All three of your teams are. I don't even know who your all three teams. I'm going to guess. I know it's Carolina and I know it's the Red Sox, but I'm guessing that the other one is the Colts.
Yep.
Okay.
When they was in Baltimore.
Yeah. I think I've heard you say it before. It's not, you know, it wasn't just a flat out guess. I think so. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people in y'all's age range that are Colts.
Yeah, they are
around here.
Yeah. Actually, a little bit older than me because I can barely remember the days of Johnny U, but I remember the Colts winning a Super Bowl over the Cowboys on the last second field goal. But who was the quarterback?
Oh, was it not still him?
No, it was
Earl
not
Morrall.
Earl Morrall.
It might have been Earl Morrall.
Yeah.
I believe it was.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So he didn't win one.
The first time I went to
I don't think so.
Did he win a title?
Game was the Colts and the Falcons in Atlanta. Which
Really?
was like 60,
Outdoors.
68, 69.
Outdoors
I don't
in-
remember.
in
I
old
won't
Fulton
say
County
60.
Stadium. Yeah.
And that was the year Unitas was hurt all year. I believe that was the Super Bowl year when they lost to the Jets because Unitas was hurt and Morrall was the reserve. But then they tried to bring Unitas back at the Super because he played some in the Super Bowl. But then I think against the Jets, but had to take him out and let Morrall finish that game. But Morrall had been hit about all year that year.
Yes, and Ed, I see you corrected yourself, but I gave it to you anyway. You were close. He said. What did he say first? Maybe I didn't. Jammin' Me is actually the name, and I said Dragon. Jammin' Me is the.
That's what you said.
Did I? Okay. Yeah. He had Dragon, but it was Jammin' Me. You know that song, don't you, Brett?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
sure.
didn't.
Just making sure.
Those
Hey,
words didn't register.
I'd like to have.
I was listening to Tom Petty this morning, thinking of doing one of his, but I chose something else.
I would like for people to tell me, you know, who your favorite team is. If you had to pick one, and Lenny, I know it's going to be tough because it'd be tough for me. Carolina or Boston? I know it wouldn't be the Colts now because the Colts have gone so long.
No.
You know, and Unitas.
I can tell you easily, there's one team I pull for that I want to win it all more than any other team, and that's Notre Dame football.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm glad you got one. I mean,
Duke's won 5. in my lifetime, and I've seen them all.
Yeah.
Notre Dame won when I was a little kid.
Right.
Don't remember it.
Yeah.
You don't remember
Makes
88
sense, then.
clearly?
Mine would be North Carolina.
Okay.
I mean,
You'd take 'em
because
over
the
the
Red
Red
Sox
Sox.
didn't win for so long
Yeah.
that I guess I kind of ingrained that became the most important.
Yeah.
You know,
But, yeah.
because you never felt like it's going to happen with the Red Sox. You know.
But I will say
My
this,
the
Lenny,
two college teams I pull for are the ones that I'm like, I try not to miss a game.
Yeah.
right?
The other ones, even though I care about them, well, the Dodgers have won the last 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
The Lakers have won a bunch in my lifetime.
You bring up a good point.
My least favorite out of my teams is NFL, the Commanders. The name change,
Really hurts.
yeah,
Yeah.
that dropped them on my list. The ownership
Yeah.
was awful. So they're my least.
You have been with them though since you were a little
yeah.
kid.
They might have been the first team I started
Yeah.
pulling for.
Yeah.
And that was just because
Cousins.
there were a lot of
You
a
had
lot of
cousins
Redskins
that,
fans around
yeah.
here, and
Right.
that's where I picked it up.
Yeah. I'm guessing Monty got his not only just from his family, his dad, but the whole Mosteller. As far as I know, all the Mostellers are Yankee fans. I know Frankie was, and I think Monty's dad was. But I'm guessing that's how that came about. I'm one of the few people, I bet you, that my favorite team was because I watched them lose in the World Series. When I was 5 years old, I remember the Red Sox losing in the World Series, and I started pulling for them from that point on.
Well, my first Duke basketball memory is when they lost to UNLV in the title. That's the first game I can remember watching.
I bet you like the second year better.
Yeah, and that was a total blowout. I mean, they didn't have a chance in that game. But
Good segue. I want to see what everybody's
I
feeling.
started pulling for Duke when I was about 11. Cause,
You had a little NC State stretch in
I
there.
did, because I like Valvano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a stretch with
Yeah.
NC State for about 10 years. I liked them,
Valvano
too.
was one of a kind.
Yeah.
well, didn't Duke? I mean, what you have to say what year that was that you were 11, but they had a really good stretch.
Well, under that, I started pulling for him when Vic Bubas was the coach.
60s.
Yeah, in the 60s. Had Art Heyman, Jeff Mullins, Bob Berga, all those guys. I think that was when I really started to become aware of them.
Brett knows this. I'm sure he probably don't remember it because it's been so long. It may have started before he was even born. But I was a Carolina fan growing up.
Were you?
Dad was, brother was, you know. But
Okay.
then it's kind of fun to be on the other side though, and that's kind of what happened. You know, like, you know, I'll take what was considered, you know, the bad guy, whatever it is. you
Yeah.
know. But moving forward, I do wish I'd get some answers of why people.
The losers, really. I mean, the Red Sox were
Yeah.
for years and
Yeah.
years. They were just the
Oh,
losers.
the curse of the Bambino, right?
Yep, exactly.
Even that,
But
I
you
mean,
know
they were
what?
good. They weren't. It wasn't like they were the worst team.
I
They
have
were
to
good,
say,
but they just couldn't.
Just like you're going
couldn't
to
win
say,
it.
just like you're going to say one day with Notre Dame, it's that much better. I think that much sweeter when you do go that long without winning.
That's right.
And win
It
one.
is.
I remember exactly sitting there watching Boston win that first World Series, and a ground out to the pitcher. Remember that? What was the pitcher's name there?
Keith Folk. Was it
Folk. A little ground out to the pitcher. They threw it to first. It was great, you know. I mean, I remember that one better than the others. I mean, they've won, you know, 4 now in that since then. But just getting that first one, it didn't matter after that, you know, because I got to see one in my lifetime.
Can you name the movie that
Well, even
was kind of about?
They'd started the movie and had to go back and
Pitch
change
Perfect.
it.
They had already filmed.
no, that wasn't it.
filming the
Fever
movie.
pitch. Yeah.
Fever Pitch.
They had to
Even
go back
though,
and change the ending because they won. They didn't expect them to
Can
win.
you name the 2 leads in that film?
Jimmy Fallon's one of them.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore was one.
Jimmy Fallon.
Was it Jimmy?
I was thinking Big
I
Poppy.
believe, wasn't it?
and,
Yeah, it was Jimmy Fallon.
Big Poppy and
Caveman.
Yeah.
Johnny Damon.
Yeah, Johnny Damon.
Boy, Johnny Damon's had some different looks in
The
his
what?
life.
I mean,
I got
the,
to meet Johnny Damon one time.
Their comeback from 3-0
Barely.
to beat the Yankees was
Yeah, that's the stuff.
that's one of the greatest sports moments in my lifetime, and I'm not even a fan of either one of those teams. But that was
You know, that's
that
never
was
happened.
unreal.
That's never happened in NBA. Never.
Yeah.
That a team be down 3-0. And baseball, I think there is more than one.
Was that not the first time?
I think it was the first
That was the
time.
first time I know. I don't know if it's been
I don't
one
think it's
since or
happened
not.
since.
I don't
It
know.
seems like it might have
That was the
happened in
first-
hockey before.
Yeah.
But
What was
that was just. It still gives me chills seeing highlights
What
or a
was-
documentary about that. It was just.
what was
it
Kevin
unreal.
Millard's words? Don't let us win tonight.
I didn't know if you could say them on air.
Don't let us win tonight. That's when he's still playing, you know.
You had me scared there for a minute.
Well, now it's never been done in the NBA. Is that right?
I don't think so.
Well, you know, it's kind of faith.
3-1. We've heard of 3-1.
It's kind of faith. My dad, like I say, he's a big Red Sox fan, and I was a Red Sox because of him. And he passed in November, and October's the year they won the World Series. That year, so he saw it, you know.
Okay.
But it was almost fate that, you
Yeah.
know, it was.
How about that?
It was going to happen. You know, you talking about cold chills. That
Yeah.
brought them to me, you know.
Yep. I just.
And what was it the year before that Aaron Boone hit the walk-off to beat him in Game
Yeah,
7?
it was.
Oh, you left out his middle name.
Yeah, Aaron Bleeping Boone.
Well, Bucky, too.
Yeah,
we
Bucky-
can throw Bucky Dent in there,
had-
too.
Bucky had that same middle name. They were kin to each other, I guess.
How about Kendall Ransom? He had that same middle name, didn't he?
That's
I
Gene
don't think
Reap.
they know
That's
that
a Gene
joke.
Reapism right there, Mike pal. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That was. I have to tell you
I can
guys
still
about that
picture him
sometime.
rolling his window down with the cigar in his mouth.
Roger said he got hooked on the Volunteers by taking many trips to Pigeon Forge area. He is definitely a diehard Tennessee fan.
Yep.
He said, "I'm with the Vols in any sport. I don't pull for them just another college team because they are good in a particular sport." So,
What, is that a shot at me for having two different teams?
probably. Richard says Appalachian State, Dallas Cowboys, and Atlanta Braves.
Okay. That's pretty typical around
Yeah,
here.
it is. Yeah, Atlanta. Not Atlanta, but Dallas grew a tremendous fan base in the '70s and '80s, and then the '90s didn't hurt either. You know, I mean, they had one. They'd only won 2 Super Bowls, but then they won 3 in that time period, right?
That's right.
3 and 4 years, and that. But I
Sealed
would
it down.
say right now, though, it's not as large as it once was. That
No,
base. I mean,
I don't think so.
they were America's team. It was easier for you to pull for them. New England, they're kind of still. I mean, they've got New England and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has way more fans than New England.
Well, a lot of people are like around here now, 30 and under or 40 and under.
Like
There's a lot of Panther fans that would have been Cowboys fans if the Panthers had never come around.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You're right.
Redskin fan. I mean, they've
Yeah,
lost a lot
teams
of-
that
Redskins
did not.
were the team in this
cities
area.
that didn't have a
Dallas.
team.
I've got a lot of friends that are Panthers fans, and I don't know. They might not even have a favorite team if the Panthers
I
weren't
feel
here.
for 'em.
But I would guess a bunch of them would probably be Cowboys or.
I've never really, had a football team that I just die hard for. But I want to see. Here's what I want in football. I want to see the NFL teams that have been around a long time and never won it, like the Lions, the Vikings. Some of those that have knocked on the door, or even Detroit hadn't even knocked on the door hardly. But I just
Those
like
two
to see
have
those
great
teams
fans.
win.
Detroit and Minnesota. Cleveland has great fans. Cleveland's they're not winning one anytime soon. Cincinnati's never won one, have they?
Lost twice to San Francisco and once to who did Burrow lose to? See, that's even forgotten. People don't even remember that Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl, but he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was it the Rams with Stafford?
I believe it
It
was.
was.
I believe it was.
We remember the one that lost. Can't even remember the winner.
Yeah.
Was Cincinnati? Were they around when the Super Bowl era started, or did they come along?
Yeah,
They came along
60.
but
I think
they
they
most of the
they were there
Super
for
Bowl
it.
era.
I think you see a lot of times on their anniversary. I think they started in 1960.
I just can't think of any really old Cincinnati players.
I don't know, but Paul Brown left the Browns to go. I think he
To
was
form the
the Bengals.
Cincinnati team, the Bengals. Great name. I like the Bengals name because not many people have it. LSU's the Bayou Bengals, but that's just their nickname, not their real name.
Right.
This is great. Butch says Pittsburgh Steelers favorite player Aaron Rodgers. I'm just kidding, Butch. He says without Aaron Rodgers. His Steelers are his favorite. I'm guessing they got that way for most people outside of the Pittsburgh area because they were a dominant team winning 4 Super Bowls in 6 years. The Patriots didn't do that, did they? 4 and 6.
They won 3 and then went about 10 years and then won 3 more.
But they didn't win 3 in a row because nobody.
They didn't win. They might have won 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
But they've kind of had 2 separate dynasties.
Lyrics, get them ready, Mike. It's about time for us to take
Pittsburgh's
our
a team
time
I
out.
could, if I could go back to my childhood, that would have been a good team to choose.
Yep.
Or Green Bay. I've always liked Green Bay's tradition and fan base, and they're never bad.
Yeah, you're right. And they win it occasionally.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want your team to,
Yeah, they've won 4. They've been pretty spread out, but they're always good. They've always got a chance.
There again, in your lifetime, they've won 2.
Yeah.
Because they won the first 2, and then.
And Pittsburgh's kind of the same. You never feel like they don't have a chance when the season starts.
Yeah. The Packers did have their downtime though, and it was maybe 10 years after those Super Bowls. After the first 2 Super Bowls, they had a time where.
Well, before they got far, they weren't real good.
Basically, most of the 70s they were down.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know when the salary cap came in, but that had to help an organization like the Packers. It had to help somebody like the Packers and Cincinnati and anybody in your small markets. It just had to help them. Had to help them. Let's see. Ned says Braves for me. I was a kid when they moved. Now the Braves are very close to my heart because my dad took me to see the Braves all the time. From the time I was like 2, we would go to Atlanta every year. It seemed like. Braves for me. I was a kid when they moved from Milwaukee. They were. On local radio stations. I had an uncle that didn't miss a game. He had that radio on every night. They were on local radio stations every night in Charlotte, decades before every game on TV.
Right.
TV is watered sports.
I think that's the biggest thing. When you and I, Michael, were all. There wasn't but 2 or 3 stations, and so you drew your allegiance to whoever. If it wasn't like you, my dad was a Red Sox, so I was a Red Sox. But when I was a kid, to me, got people around were Brave fans.
I pulled
even
for the
when
Braves
they weren't good.
I'm not going to lie about that. I pulled for the Braves too.
Well, and of course,
still
the
want to see them win.
Redskins seemed to be on back in those days.
And
they were always on TV.
Well, it's the same
They
on
were the one
football.
team.
Yeah,
It was their network. Their territory, and Dallas would be on at 4:00.
Yeah, that's right.
Getting every game.
Redskins,
at
then
12
Dallas
o'clock,
at 4.
unless they had a West Coast game, and then they were going to be on 4 o'clock. The Redskins were on every. So you form that allegiance.
Form that
And it's usually the Dolphins or the Colts on NBC.
Yeah.
The Dolphins were on there as regular as the and the Steelers. Once the
Steelers
started winning, they got on NBC a lot as well.
And the Raiders, as the West Coast teams.
Let's see. I'll finish Ned's here. It says in football, I fell into Green Bay. As a kid, they won the championship, NFL championship. Then the first 2 Super Bowls, so 3 in a row. And they won several NFL championships. They would probably rival the Steelers and New England for most championships if you counted those. Butch said he became a Steeler fan when Baltimore cut Johnny Unitas. I just can't. I can't hardly think of any people. Lenny's got to be the lower age part of this, though. But everybody liked Unitas. Everybody in this area liked Johnny
Who was the
Unitas.
last team that Johnny U was with?
San Diego
Chargers. I can see him in that.
Okay.
That
Thought I might get you on
what
that
you
one.
call it? Over
Well,
there.
I can remember my dad saying this, and I don't remember Unitas at his height. I mean, it was at the tail end of his, so I don't remember seeing him. But I can remember my dad used to say he was, I won't use the words, the greatest quarterback at hockey between two shoes. I'll put that word hockey in there. That was the word he
I'll
used.
tell you one thing: the way he got back from the snap at center to get back into
Yeah.
his throwing position, he was something.
And he wore the high top shoes.
He could pick defenses apart.
Got to meet him one time too when I was working at the airlines. He flew on, and I checked him in.
Which
Good guy. He
legend-
was a spokesperson for some furniture company.
was he?
And that's how
Yeah,
he was
furniture
coming into High
company.
Point. Yep.
Kind of like Mount
Yeah.
Burris, right?
Whole different
We know
story.
that story too, don't we?
Whole different story there.
Yeah, I heard about that story.
What were you
That's
gonna say,
infamous.
Mike?
Which all-time great do you think just had the worst ending to his career, hanging on too long?
Aaron
multiple
Rodgers.
teams? Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
It's hard to beat that one.
Hard to beat it.
All right, Mike, what you got?
Okay, it's not exactly rock and roll, but it's a classic.
Is that the lyrics?
No. L.A. proved too much for the man.
L.A. proved too much for the man. Think about that. Back in a moment.
Make 2026 the year you finally move into your new dream home from Key Builders of Lincoln. Go online at mykeybuilders.com and check out their many floor plans. Locally owned and operated and serving this area for 24 years. Yes, serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina. That's Key Builders, 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincoln. Your key to your new home is waiting for you from Key Builders in Lincoln.
How would you like to be your own contractor? Stop in at Bliss Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville and see Robert or Hunter. 5 years in business and the only engineer stamp AutoCAD design shed to home conversions. They know the North Carolina Residential Code and will build your county permit package. On-site built 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a true sleeping loft, multiple designs, cottages, cabins, studio apartments, Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes at 2268 Lincolnton Highway, Cherryville. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Call 704-727-8774. Open Sundays by schedule appointments only. Follow them on Facebook.
Buying a Bobcat is now easier than ever at West End Sales in Vail. Now get 0% APR financing. That means low monthly payments. Or you can get $1,200 instant rebates on selected models. Now is the time to buy. Like we said, it's easier than ever. Again, get 0% APR financing or get $1,200 instant rebate on selected Bobcat models at West End Sales at the Highway 1827 West intersection in Vail. Online at westendSales.com and like them on Facebook too.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver or visit mooneyinsurance.com.
Dr. John Clonger III, native and Lincoln High School graduate who attended UNC Dental School at Chapel Hill. In 1993, he graduated and returned home to practice with his father Les Cloninger and Uncle Robert Truman Cloninger. Dr. John Clonger III has maintained a private practice for 32 years and hasn't yielded to the corporate landscape. Dr. John Clonger III would like to thank all of his wonderful patients for their loyalty. Dr. John Clonger III and Dr. Aaron Hebner are taking new patients. They take most insurances and especially Delta Dental. Call for appointments today at 704-735-0765. Go Wolves!
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back. Sports Talk. David Lenny, Mike Brett, and a few of the Pips in here with us.
Yep.
Give us those lyrics again, Mike. I'd have never got it.
I can't
Thank
believe
goodness
you-
for Ned and Butch.
This classic.
It is. I would have heard it if you give a little more,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't have got it off of those first
L.A.
few words.
proved too much for the man, so he's leaving the life he's come to know. He said he's going back to find, what's left of his world, the world he left behind not so long ago.
And Mike is saying those lyrics from Gladys Knight and the Pips' Midnight Train to Georgia,
Right.
because of the what this week?
Yeah, the Jackson Dollar, who is what, if not the number 1 rated recruit in North Carolina, he's right there, isn't he?
5-star. That's high as you can go.
Yeah. Announcing that he's committing to the University of Georgia as a junior. So, yeah. I was singing some other songs, Georgia on My Mind, but then the
Now, wait a minute.
song title is always in the first line.
Is he a junior, Brett?
He's a rising senior, isn't he?
Rising senior.
He's going to be a senior.
Rising senior,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, he's a junior for how much school's
Technically
left?
still a junior.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here thinking, is how solid are commitments these days. And I'm not saying his is not. He
No,
may be solely
maybe,
set on
may
that
not
and want to
be.
go there. But I was thinking like he's getting ready to graduate and he's, that kind of thing and going. But
And
being
that makes
closer
it
to
even more insecure because, like I said,
Oh,
you have a lot
exactly.
of time to think
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah. You think people are going to quit recruiting him?
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Until he signs.
You think the
with Georgia.
NIL might not get higher?
It could
from
be
another-
a bidding war. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying that it's about him. That's that way with every single athlete out
every
there.
single blue chipper, yeah.
Yeah, everybody
Or
out
athlete.
there can hold out for more money now. I mean, what a world we live in.
Yeah.
That it's all about the money.
There's no long-term contracts.
The commitment now is more irrelevant than it's ever been because of the NIL. It's just
Rodney tells his story. Raiders were my favorite football team.
Mm-hmm.
They had all the outcasts and bad guys. Ted the Stork Hendricks, which I remember. Lester Hayes, what's the Stickum? Lester Hayes was the master of the Stickum, and Lyle Alzado were
And
some
who was the
his favorites.
Who was the defensive back?
Haynes,
Jack
Tatum,
Jack Tatum.
George Atkinson.
I was thinking Michael Haynes.
Yeah. George Tatum. Yeah. Well, even the quarterback, Kenny Stabler, was a bit of an outlier.
Yeah, he is a renegade.
Renegade.
He just stayed up all night and then played the next day. Ned says, guess that helicopter flies onto your football field. It leaves an impression. Yeah, the same chopper was at Lincoln for the For JJ,
That's true.
how do I say it?
Mayfield.
Rayfield.
And
Mayfield.
and Shelby.
And Shelby. And I
And
know
who knows where else?
the last thing I saw about Mayfield was number one was Indiana. Number two was, who was it, Brett? We just saw this the other day. Second choice was, there were three.
Well, Kentucky's one of them.
Yeah, he's always been high on Kentucky.
Seems like Miami was one of his top.
It is. It is.
Is Mark Stoops still at Kentucky?
I don't think so.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so. Is he?
I think
But
he got let go.
I think he did too.
And I'm not sure he coached last year.
Speaking of coaches, I brought this up to David in a text. Alabama has now signed DeBoer through 2033 and gave him a raise. And his record is 20-8 in 2 seasons with the Tide.
What else you going to do, though, Mike?
Hey, and his buyout is not as small as you think it.
Well,
It
okay.
decreases a little bit every year, but not much.
I am so sad that Alabama won't be able to afford to pay him.
Oh, I know. But it's just, 20-8 by Bama's standards.
That's not good.
It's not good.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and if it remains that way, he won't be there more than 2 more years, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think, no matter what the cost.
Yeah, it's
to
a
get
pretty
out of
hot
it.
seat for him next couple of years, no matter what the contract says.
Mike Painter says, talking about the helicopter, remember when WBTV would land there on the 50-yard line? Yeah, Paul Cameron would do that.
Yeah, their sports
Yep.
guy, yeah.
Yep, and throw out little footballs every week with WBTV on them. I remember that.
Those were the days.
On the 50-yard line, football Friday night, game of the week. Now, they won't let them do that anymore because of safety
Yeah, for sure.
issues. Butch says Stoops was fired last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was I thought he was a good football coach. I still think he's a good football coach.
Yeah,
if he just gets to the
he
right
had a couple
place.
good seasons, and
Yeah.
then it sort of went sour. But
Now, Will-
Kentucky is it's a tough.
Will
tough place
Stein
to
is their new head coach.
Will Stein. I know nothing about
They
Will Stein.
spent the last 3 years at Oregon as offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. Never been a head coach.
Where would you rank Oregon as a program right now in college football?
I'd reckon right at the top.
I ain't what I said. I want a number.
4th,
Well,
6th. I don't know.
Well, they're in the Big Ten now, so.
I think it's a great program, but they hadn't got over that hump yet.
Yeah, I'd put Ohio State and Georgia ahead of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one time, Alabama.
Yeah, well, yeah, not
Well, did
now.
you see Kirby's words this week? The Big Ten is a much better conference than us. They have the advantage. They're better. They're more prepared, basically, is what he was saying, going into playoffs, because their conference is more balanced, more good teams than the SEC. He's hammering the SEC a little bit.
Wow.
I mean, that's the way it come across to me, that he's hammering the SEC just a little bit. But let me read one here by
I'd have to put
Rodney.
Oregon in the top 5, though, wouldn't you, guys? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Where do you put Indiana?
I mean, there's a lot of people wanting. I'm not putting Indiana there till
They do
a little bit of
more time.
a
Yeah.
little more time. But Oregon is constantly at the top, and
They are.
they recruit nationwide now. I mean,
Yeah.
we're seeing kids from here. You know, the big guy from Reidsville going all the way to Oregon to play.
Yeah.
That says something about the program, you know. Rodney says, I'll try to go through this quick. Reds was his baseball team. He listened to them on the Hickory station, which I remember they used to have. Oh, they were on TV. Yes.
Yeah,
They were
TV,
on 14, wasn't it? Channel 14. Yeah.
What was that? What was the name of it? What were the letters for that? HKY. HKY.
Rodney, I can tell by looking at his team, he falls into that 99 percentile. Picked his teams because they were winning.
Right.
Spurs, favorite team NBA, used to love nickname George the Iceman. I like the Spurs with Iceman too. Never was that big a fan when they had Duncan, and that's when they did all their winning.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it was not to do with Duncan. But he said George Gervin, the Iceman, would often imitate his finger roll layups. Rodney says he would. Did you get up that high, Rodney? Could you get up there? Raiders were my favorite football team, which I knew that. There's no doubt. I've seen Rodney pull for the Raiders for a long time. They had all the outcasts. That's the one I just read just a little bit ago. Yeah, he had. I didn't realize he had sent me a couple others in front of that. Ned says, weren't the Spurs an ABA team?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, they were.
All right. Wasn't sure about that either. I saw Dan Patrick wanting to bring back the red, white, and blue ball.
They were, but I don't know that was their name. But they were an ABA team.
Okay. Lenny, I always like to give you an opportunity. You come in with us periodically. Is anything on your mind?
No, not
okay.
Really. Just come in today.
I'm gonna.
Well, let's talk about the Carolinas roster. Time for the portal is passed. Blah blah blah. We're getting into May. What do you think, Lenny? They did losing two guys to the NBA, Caleb Wilson and the big kid.
Losing Vasar was a hurt. That hurt. I think they're
I was surprised
right there in the hunt. If he had stayed, but I've been pleased with. I'm very happy with the coach hire. He hadn't coached a game, and I know you won't know till he hits the floor. But I don't see. I'm looking beyond next year because
seems to fit.
He entered. He entered right on the day the portal opened. So I think they've done a good job, but. I think you got to, they could be very good next year. They could be middle of the road next year. But I think the second year will be more of a measure point.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be bad next year. Just put it that way, because I don't think they're done with. I think they're still looking for another big man.
They have found one, haven't they?
Yeah.
Is he international? I think he is.
Yeah, he is. Sayon Kite.
Yeah.
But he's very young, 18 years old.
But it's almost a complete roster turnover, isn't it?
It is.
Well, the elephant in the room is getting ready to get brought up now. I want to know Lenny's what his thoughts are, and then Mike and Brett. Duke signing a huge contract with Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
This week is going to boost their NIL money way above anybody else's.
It will.
Right.
Your thoughts on that? I mean,
rich get richer. I don't know. Is that going to be a trend? And Duke is sort of the pioneer in this.
Who wouldn't try to? I mean, who's not going to try to do it? Now they got three highlight games.
Three highlight games. It's going to be on Prime. Right?
Yep. Gonzaga,
does that mean they won't
UConn,
be
and
just on Prime?
Michigan. That's it. If it's on Prime, that's all.
Just on Prime.
Even in that hometown.
Amazon's not giving them that money to also
just don't
be broadcast on something else.
Right.
That's kind of like on what Friday night, isn't it? Apple has a baseball game, and it's it's exclusively there.
Sunday night.
Because one night I was looking trying to find the Red Sox.
Well, we knew Amazon was going to get into college sports. They're already in the NFL.
I have to find. I got Amazon Prime just so I can go.
Well, they've got these NBA games too.
Yeah, they got the game I watched last night.
Not all of them, but some of them are on Prime.
The blowouts, or the turnarounds, I should say, from last night. It was on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I think all three games were on Prime last night, weren't they, Brett?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have that, Lenny? You watch it?
I don't have it, no. But
we want you to get it and help support.
Got to help support our Blue Devil program.
Well, I wonder. I would guess the next thing for college basketball would probably be a conference making a deal with one of these streamers.
Yeah,
one of these streamers.
Yeah.
Because there's
but here's the problem with that.
There's no bigger brand than Duke in college basketball.
Right.
I don't think there's anybody else that draws the national audience that Duke does. And
okay, if you say
it's because a lot of people want to watch them and hope that they lose.
Yeah.
But Duke games against other big schools always have the top ratings of any game all year.
A lot of it's because people don't like them, but they're going to watch them. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not just because they're fans. I mean, it could be people that don't like them and they want to watch them and see.
I want to see what the ratings are for
beat.
that game in Vegas, Duke and UConn. That's the first one, there, isn't it?
That could be the
November.
highest.
That's
the most watched game of the year.
Yeah.
Well, with Prime though not being, everybody don't have it.
No,
Just
everybody
like Lenny
doesn't
said,
have
he don't
Prime.
have it.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah. Well, I get it, yeah. If that game was on ESPN, it could be the most watched game of the
Yeah.
year.
For sure. It's up in the air with it being on Prime,
Right.
you know.
And they're also playing Michigan
Michigan
and Gonzaga are the other two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're spread out, like one in November, one in December, and one in February.
yeah.
I wonder who thought of this. Did Amazon approach them? Did they approach them? I mean, I don't know. But, I mean, it's sad, honestly, in a way, because old school people like us, I mean, it's all about the money now.
It's all about the money.
It's
Well,
all
and
about
it
the
just
money.
separates, Duke with schools like NC State and Wake Forest and Clemson. It just separates them further.
Well, the first thing I thought when you said a TV contract with a conference, one of y'all said that.
And that's
Yeah,
what
I would say that's what would happen next.
That will benefit the schools that aren't good too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Revenue share.
Because revenue sharing in the conference, in certain conferences, is
Right.
Yeah, like I could see, the Big 12 making a deal with Netflix or something, and having several games each week exclusively on Netflix or Hulu or whatever.
Now, as Netflix, they haven't got into college sports.
I don't know.
I don't think.
I
I mean,
don't
they've
know.
had a lot of documentaries about sports figures. In fact, one just came on recently that's streaming about Hulk Hogan. But they've done that, but I don't know about just live streaming of actual games for Netflix.
This comes from a Tar.
Well, they had NFL, didn't they? Didn't Netflix have a couple NFL games?
I believe it
like
did.
Okay,
Christmas
maybe.
Day or
You might
something?
have.
This comes from a Carolina guy. Ned's a Carolina guy because he's got daughter
there.
He says the lady running Duke's front office has done a superior job so far in that job. In that
Yeah, the
position.
general manager. Yeah. I can't think of her
I don't know if
name.
she's
I
the
can't
one that
remember her
came
name
up.
either.
I can't remember if I mean I don't know if she's the one come up with the idea of that or if Amazon
And Duke
approached
was one of
them or
the
what it might
first-
have been
Duke's one of the first programs to actually create that general manager position for basketball.
for basketball.
Which you got to have now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to have football too. I mean, you
yeah.
might have to have two for football.
A lot of them
with the
do.
numbers. Yeah. There was something I was going to say, or a question that slips my mind right now, but I mean, this is just. Oh, it was a comment Dan Patrick had the other day. He said, "Remember when we all had DirecTV and we said we're tired of paying these outrageous prices? Now we're going to do this and we're going to save a lot of money."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Now it's more.
Oh.
If you want to watch everything, it's more because of Amazon Prime. What are some of the others that are Apple?
Apple. Oh my God.
The one NBC owns,
Peacock.
yeah.
Paramount.
Yeah, it's. I mean, and it's not done.
No.
It's not done. There are going to be more TV, more people come out, and I mean,
Not to mention
Apple's a computer
HBO,
company.
of course.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just if you're going,
Yeah, I have like 8 different ones that are $10 or $12 a month each, and then also YouTube TV. That's another.
Mike Powell just had a heart attack.
No, I have 3 or 4 myself. I mean, so even I'm dealing out the money for it.
And it's not the good thing is though when we talk about these like Amazon Prime, that's not the only thing it's on. I mean, you're not paying for that and just getting those basketball games. They have movies, they have shows, they
Tons
have,
of them.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. I mean,
Movies.
Prime is a good word for it because it is prime time. I mean, it's got a lot of really good shows, and you know, if you watch as many movies as Mike and Brett do today,
Yeah.
there are so many movies made that if you're old school, you don't even know about them
Oh, no.
because they come on those programs. I mean, you're good actors now and actresses. They are in these
They're
things
doing
all the
shows.
time. They are.
Right.
They
Well,
are.
and
Every
look
time
at
I
all
flip,
the original Netflix series. I mean,
every time I flip,
you're getting big time actors in those series.
The movies, straight to
Straight to
Netflix. and-
Straight to
movies,
Netflix.
yeah.
it's amazing what's happened in that. There, you can sit down and watch some of these channels, and you see a lot of the same actors. You might watch 5 shows, and that one actor's in 4 of them. You know, I mean, they're getting their money's worth. They're making money. You know, I don't know. When will it stop? I mean, that's the only problem, because it's going to get to the point when there's 50 of these things out there. I'm not going to subscribe to 50 of them.
Right.
You know? But, you know, it's I'm anxious to see, and maybe it's going to be Carolina. Maybe it's going to be Michigan. Somebody is going to be the next one to get this TV deal. It may not be from Amazon. They may only do one and then somebody else, but there'll be another one. I don't know who it might be. Maybe, you know, what happens if it's can this happen in football? Can this happen in football, or do they have some kind of agreement where it can't? What, you know?
Well, it's like Notre Dame has NBC and Peacock.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're in a conference, I mean, they had that before they went to a conference, so it didn't change. But now, let's say Georgia wants to do that, and they want Georgia, but
how about the
other schools in the SEC?
I'm not sure what the SEC because
they'll make it happen.
Gigantic contract,
especially
with the
if they get a share.
Georgia will threaten to leave if it, you know.
Well, that's true.
If they can get that kind of big deal with the network, they'll threaten to leave. And
what if we start seeing more of that?
Texas will be. I think Texas will be the one.
Texas, yeah. They don't even have to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, they really don't. I mean, they are consistently good, but not great.
It was Texas who got their own
Had
network.
their own network.
Started, they started the breakup of the big.
Now, what if somebody comes in and says, "We'll fund that network"?
Yeah.
You know, we won't. You know, we'll give it a boost.
Yeah, Texas was part of that whole movement to break up regional conferences.
Right.
And, you know, where they had their own network.
Longhorn Network.
Longhorn Network.
Yeah. I'm surprised we hadn't seen another team come up with that. You know, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Carolina's good in every sport. They could do something like that.
Maybe
they're good in just about every sport.
Maybe the reason the Longhorn,
except football,
became a financial burden for Texas. Maybe the SEC, what they put up was more financially lucrative with the SEC. Let's go there. So
absolutely,
you'll leave, like I say, like a Georgia. Hey, you know,
actually, Duke and Carolina could both, I think, afford to leave if they wanted to, because Duke's got to where they're pretty good in all sports too.
Yep.
That's just UCLA. You know, UCLA. I mean, they won more national titles in college sports than any other school, as far as I know. If that's still, you know, been that way for a few years.
Stanford's always been.
Added one.
Stanford's been in that area too.
Oh yeah, they won a lot of
the Olympic sport.
Olympic
sports. What you want to call it.
They won more than anybody in Olympics sports.
Butch says, plus if you use Amazon Prime to order merchandise,
that's right.
Oh,
that's
Butch must be guilty. You get the TV part included.
You do. That's what I got.
Well, if that's the case at my house, they might be paying me to watch it. As much Amazon as we have roll in. How about you, Brett?
Yeah, all the time, baby.
Amazon truck. Yep. We got on a little stock in Amazon, I think. Let's see. Lyrics time. That'd be Brett. You didn't bring one, did you, Lenny? I don't ever want to leave. You always tell me if you have one.
Yeah, just let us know.
I'm gonna say.
Somebody's not here most time. I just.
Let's see what Brett's got to ask us here.
You and me, we come from different worlds.
I got that one. We'll be back in a moment.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too.
Buy more, save more at Lebo's Shoes, Western, and Dance. Check out your favorite brands from Ariat, Brooks, Wrangler, and more. Buy 2 clearance items and get 20% off. Buy 3 clearance items and get 30% off. Buy 4 or more clearance items and get 40% off the lowest marked price. Stop by any of their 7 store locations, including their new store at 2128 North Carolina Highway 16 Business in Denver in the West Point Shops. Hours Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m. Shop online at lebos.com.
Get up to $3,000 off select Polaris off-road vehicles at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell, or get financing as low as 1.99% APR for 36 months. But that's not all. Get up to $1,500 bonus bucks on new Honda Pioneer, Prowler, Talon models, and rev up the new year with the new Slingshot. Get $1,000 customer cash, or financing as low as 1.99% for 36 months with no money down at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver, or visit mooneyinsurance.com.
Trick One Automotive in Lincoln has just expanded their tire lines. Sure, they still sell Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, but now they also sell Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. They have become this area's tire headquarters. If it's round and it rolls, you'll find it at Trick One Automotive in Lincoln. And don't forget, they do all types of automotive repair. This month, get a front end alignment for just $89.95 this month only. And one more thing, Trick One Automotive Center is now a distributor for Valvoline Oil. Trick One Automotive Center, 1924 Gastonia Highway in Lincoln, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Like them on Facebook too.
This is Creighton Kell with Kell Insurance. We have been helping people for over 25 years with all their Medicare needs. We represent the same national and local companies as the insurance agencies you see on TV. And you know what? We can sit down with you one-on-one and help you find the right plan just for you.
Kell Insurance is located beside the Cultural Center and behind Gillum Realty in downtown Lincoln. 107 North Cedar Street. Call 704-732-4646 and follow them on Facebook. Kell Insurance.
Welcome back. Final segment of the show today. I've got a few things here to read. Let's get the lyrics rolling here, though. I got Brett's lyrics. I want to see if anybody else did. Why don't you give those again?
You and me, we come from different worlds. You like to laugh at me when I look at other girls.
I am surprised that we don't have. I got those instantly. But
it's a 90s song.
I'm a big
Throw
fan.
that out there.
Yeah. This
By
is
a
one,
90s band.
Yep. And the artist went solo and went country on the countryside.
Gone country.
Yep, gone country. We'll let people guess a little bit more. I told Lenny, I said, I'll give you a hint. He's got a Carolina connection. And he picked that James Taylor, and I said, wrong Carolina.
Wrong Carolina.
So that helps. I mean, that should help some folks as well. Let's see what else I got here. Jason says, remember last season USC and Notre Dame, USC tried to move their game to Netflix, and the Big Ten stopped it. Okay, I didn't remember that, but I'm glad he reminded me. Now the Big Ten saying this Duke and Michigan game that's going to Amazon should not be allowed to broadcast the game. The Big Ten is claiming that that game belongs to their TV networks, partners, their network partners. Okay, since
the Michigan portion.
Yeah, since the ACC and ESPN had the game played back in February. Now I'm just thinking about, there's still a way to do it if they wanted to. They could just let Michigan split their share, right? Yeah. Amongst the conference. You could still do it and let them split their share amongst the conference. Now that's going to weaken it a lot, whatever the share is, but it's still, still getting money. Rodney's got a good one here. Speaking of, and we haven't named this artist yet. Nobody else has really jumped out there and I can't believe this. This guy's very, very popular, still very popular. Speaking of lyrics, outlaw legend David Allan Coe passed away this week. Yep. I think it was. Is Rodney the one who sent me the message? Somebody sent me.
I did.
You did? Okay.
I said, David Allan Coe, the quintessential country song.
Yeah, that was you then. In my opinion,
86.
He had one of the greatest songs and lyrics of all time. You never even call me by my name. Yes, definitely. I don't know if it's the greatest, but it's very popular.
Yeah.
Very popular.
And it gets all those country themes in there, doesn't it? I mean,
Yep, it does.
And when I heard it I believe I heard it on ABC, the regular news, said that the guy who wrote the song, Take This Job and Shove It. When I first heard that, I thought Johnny Paycheck died a long time ago. I wasn't looking for it to be David Allan Coe till they come
So
back.
he wrote it, and Johnny Paycheck was the.
That's right.
was the
David Allan
singer.
Coe wrote "Take This Job and Shove It," and Paycheck had a big hit on it.
And then when they showed it, I said, "Well, no." To me, the bigger song of his was "You Never Called Me By."
By my name.
Reckon that's his real name, Johnny Paycheck.
I doubt it.
I have my doubts.
He's just been deceased a long time.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I thought.
Yeah, he has.
Sarah Kate, and I said, I thought he'd already dead. That was because when I heard that, I was thinking the singer of it.
Well, you know how it is. A lot of times singers don't write those songs they record. In most cases, they don't.
I hope I did not miss any. I try to get all the texts, and I go every week when I get home and I start scrolling through things, I see a text that I missed. I hope I got everybody's today that has weighed in on whatever. And if I did miss yours, you got about 15 minutes to send it to me again, because here's what happens. Like Rodney sent me 3. Okay, well I missed the first 2, but I went back and saw them. But it's best probably not to send me 2 until I've read the first one, because I might overlook the beginning of the of whatever it was you wanted to say. Brett with the big sneeze over there. Mike, give me a rundown on high school sports. What's going on?
Well, my big question to you guys is, when are they going to announce the brackets and seedings for spring sports?
Okay,
Mainly talking about baseball and softball, I guess.
Let me tell you what's really strange about this year.
Okay. No conference tournaments.
Nobody?
I don't know if do you guys know of anybody that's having a conference tournament in baseball?
So is this week coming up empty
week?
Or does the playoffs start this week?
That's what I want to know.
I've not seen anything. I've not seen anything.
I haven't either.
From NCHSAA stating when the playoffs
Sure, you're not
start.
just going to have a dead week with nothing happening. I mean, I guess you could, but
the only thing I can think of is they come out Monday, but then a lot of times when the pairings come out on Monday, you might play on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
that's right.
I mean, and some teams are going to have 4-hour rides. I mean, that's awful close, you know. I guess you could come out Monday with it, and you play Wednesday and Friday. I don't know what you got, Brett.
Their website says baseball bracketing Monday, May 4th.
There you go.
I'm trying to get.
So there are no
let's see.
tournaments unless they had them this past week.
What do you think if it's May the 4th, the bracketing, then it's going to start?
First round May 5th.
Okay, next day.
Okay.
Second round May 8th. So Tuesday, Friday.
All right.
So you get
I thought maybe it might
24 hours notice, basically, of your game. Is that what you're saying? You hear it on Monday. You got to go there. So somebody might have a 4-hour ride. Somebody will.
Yeah.
I mean, or longer.
So in other words, Brett, if you get a first round bye because of your seeding, you wouldn't play till
Friday.
Okay.
Is Cherville in position to do that?
Yeah, they'd get a first round.
I saw they have hit the skids a little bit here.
Oh, they have. They're
what word did you use in your headline? I was floored that Mike used the word. I can't remember what it was, but it was like.
I used one. Burns Bullies.
That's it.
Ironman.
Yeah,
Burns
that might have been
Bulldogs.
Bullies.
I'm glad you caught that.
Bullies.
They did.
At the moment, Cherville is number 1 in the state in RPI.
There you go.
Yeah. So
playing that tough schedule.
They are.
Yep. Playing that tough schedule.
And
we'll see. If
I wouldn't think it would change. I don't know if anybody plays today or not, but I wouldn't.
East Lincoln knocked them off this past week, right?
I saw that one, a one-run game.
Yeah.
It was kind of sloppy, but yeah. One run.
Yeah.
North Lincoln also number 1 in the state in RPI in 5A.
Yep.
Richard said
And who was it?
most good teams have a bye.
Yeah.
But here's the deal, though. I understand that, Richard. Yes, they do. But there's still somebody going to have to make a 4-hour bus ride
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, and not know and not have but just less than 24 hours to get that bus booked and ready to roll. Mike Painter says, as of April 25th, projections round 1 baseball maiden would travel to Tuscola.
That's a good little ride.
Yeah. I'd just go ahead if I'm feeling that way. I don't know. Do you go ahead and charter the bus and then change it if you have to? I don't know how all that works.
You probably do.
Glad I don't have to deal with that. Congratulations, Lady Rebels, regular season Southern Piedmont Conference champs, 18-0 in the conference, 20-2 overall.
Well, they got to be a 1 or 2 seed for sure, right?
I would say yes.
Yeah, I'll have to go to the softball page to see their
Now they won
RPI.
The 2 losses. I was trying to think of who they were to. I remember one of them in our report. I think they lost 1-0 to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill would be non-conference for them now, but Bunker Hill's really good, even though they got trounced last night. The girl could pitch all the time, couldn't have pitched last night. They lost. Yeah. They lost big last night or the night before, which really surprised me.
Well, and don't forget, North Lincoln and East Lincoln have really good softball teams too. They could have a run.
Yeah.
In the tournament.
Yeah. Butch says you missed this. It was about why you were a fan. You gotta go get them, Braves. Milo Hamilton and Ernie Johnson. Oh, yeah, I did miss that. I read that to y'all during the break, and I never went back to it. Thank you, Butch. Old Braves broadcast duo for Atlanta. Yes, I remember listening to them many, many, many nights. Milo Hamilton, Ernie Johnson, and that was Ernie Johnson Senior. The latter, Ernie Johnson, has had all kind of shoes.
Chief Knockahoma.
Mm-hmm. Chief Knockahoma.
Lovable losers in those days.
I could show you guys some ticket stubs. I promise you, Braves games from the 60s that I've still got.
Yeah.
Been going there for a long time. Richard says, they don't announce it to Monday. It was done for a reason.
What's the reason?
I'm guessing that reason. I don't know.
Cause chaos. What's the reason?
What is the reason, Richard? My guess for the reason
because they don't want to work on the weekend.
Oh, that's definitely it.
That's all.
If that's what it is, I didn't know if he meant that or if it was a baseball-related reason. So yes, they used to always go in on Saturday and do them. Not anymore. That does not happen anymore.
West Lincoln softball is looking like the number 1 seed in the West. They're number 2 overall in RPI, but Midway is number 1.
They lost to 6A Kings Mountain 3-0. That's the one I was thinking about. And then I saw this one just this past week. They lost to RS Central 8-4. RS is also at least 4A.
Or 5.
Maybe
at
5.
Least 4A.
Yeah, won't be in the bracket with West Lincoln.
No.
Is what I'm getting at. So those losses don't really hurt you that bad either, playing teams a class above you. So And you say they
How
look to
about
be the
West
number
Lincoln?
one?
Will West Lincoln baseball make it?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
They're somewhere around 8-12 or something overall.
How about the game with Lincoln? I don't know what they did last night. I haven't looked, but the game with
1 to
Lincoln,
nothing.
1 to nothing.
1 to nothing.
1 to nothing. And both pitchers, both starting pitchers, struck out 13.
Wow, pretty good.
That was and the one run came with 2 outs in the 7th inning.
God.
That's about as close of a matchup as you can have.
I would guess that probably Tyler Gates pitched for Lincoln. I don't know that for sure.
I think he did. Yeah. I think he did. And Kentucky Derby today.
That's right.
Hey, Brett, help me with the horses' names.
I have no idea.
Renegade.
Haven't seen.
Renegade is the favorite, betting favorite.
Renegade. That makes me think I'm at the Steelers game and we're going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Renegade. By Sticks. Yeah. They play it every time, don't they?
Oh, let's see.
While you get them, and I'm going to read Rodney's message here real quick. I was a boy when Hank Aaron broke the home run record. Yes, me too. Believe that or not, Rodney, I was once a young lad. Used to take, you couldn't have been very old though, Rodney. Used to take white T-shirt and magic markers and put 44 on my shirts. I bet your mom and dad love that. He was my childhood hero, and the Braves my favorite team. Tell me real quick without looking, who did he hit that home run off of? Who did he hit that?
Al Downing.
Al Downing. Yep, exactly. Al Downing.
Who caught the ball in the bullpen?
Craig Sager. No, Craig Sager ran the bases. Yeah, Craig Sager for ESPN was young, and he ran the bases with Hank Aaron trying to get in the picture.
Yeah.
And you said who caught the ball?
In the bullpen.
Yeah, it was a pitcher for the Dodgers, wasn't it?
I believe it's the Braves, I believe.
Okay.
Tommy House.
Tommy House?
I
would not have come up with that. I wouldn't have come up with that. Rodney continues and says he was childhood hero of the Braves. Favorite team. It was his favorite team. Later on, enjoyed pulling for Dale Murphy and and meet him at the Lincoln. Got to meet him at the Lincoln Citizens Center. Richard says because they used to announce on Saturday. Yes, they won't go to. They don't go to work on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, they used to
anymore.
Release them on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's got to be helpful to coaches.
Yeah.
Good work if you can find it.
Also, number 44, Tommy House. Just like you said, that was Rodney there. Now, what you got, Brett? I got to hear these horses' names. I always like the names.
Yeah.
Well, like y'all said, Renegade.
If it wins, will they play the song by Styx?
I hope so.
Unfortunately, one of the ones scratched, Right to Party. It's a pretty good name.
That's the best name, but it got scratched. I saw it too.
They scratched its name or just the
too much partying, I guess.
Too much partying.
Here's the one I'm going to pull for. Further Ado.
Yeah, Further Ado.
Not without.
No, with Further Ado.
With Further Ado.
Intrepido.
Oh, I like that.
Albus.
Don't understand that one.
Litmus Test.
That's a fun one.
Commandment.
Commandment.
That should be for your commanders. You might pull for that one. Is it wearing burgundy and gold?
Dannon Bourbon. I don't know if that's a brand.
Well, now Brett's going to like that if it's got bourbon in it.
Yeah.
So Happy. The Puma.
Together.
The Puma. That should be fast horse.
The Puma.
If he's being compared to a Puma.
Wonder Dean.
Dean Mosteller?
Maybe.
I have to ask Monty.
Incredibolt. Chief Wallaby.
What is a wallaby? Isn't that
That's a Australian
like a bear?
animal.
Kind of made like a bear. It looks like a bear.
Indigenous to Australia, something like that.
I don't know if it's Potente. I don't know. Potente. I think that one's Bob Baffert's.
French potent.
Yeah.
Emerging Market.
Oh, that's bad. Emerging market. That has no gravitas.
Pavlovian.
Who?
Pavlovian.
I like a Pavlovian dog.
Pavlov's horse.
Pavlov's horse, not dog. Yeah.
6 Speed.
Oh, I like that.
6 Speed.
Golden Tempo. Full Effort was scratched.
How many are there? About 20?
Great White,
It always is for the Derby.
Well,
Ocelli, Robusta, and Corona de Oro.
You know, the other races haven't meant much lately because even the winter don't even race in the same. I wish it would go back the other way. I think there ought to be an obligation to, you know.
Well, it just destroys the idea of the Triple Crown.
Yep. Triple Crown. Yep. It's not as important as it was for whatever reason, and that just makes the Derby the standalone best race.
Derby is far and away the
most
standalone.
Exciting 2 minutes in sports, isn't it?
The Preakness is second. And then, am I right?
Yeah,
yes.
In Baltimore and then the Belmont Stakes.
The Belmont Stakes.
And the Belmont, if that horse don't win that second leg, the Belmont's useless.
Well, the last year or so, the Belmont was undergoing extensive renovations. They held it somewhere else. I mean, I don't know whether to be back this year at its original site, but
yeah, it's strange.
Okay. Which horse still holds the record in the Derby?
Secretariat.
What do you mean for time?
Yeah.
Secretary.
That's right.
Renegade is the favorite at 5-1.
5-1.
So Happy 6-1.
So Happy together.
And then at 7-1, there's Commandment and Further Ado. 8-1, the Puma. Chief Wallaby 9-1, and then so on. Then a bunch of long shots.
Who's the longest shot?
Let's see. There's a 55-1 Intrepido.
Okay, Richard, I'm going to disagree with you something on here. He says had nothing to do with working on weekend.
Well, it sounded like he knew the reason they're not doing it, but he hadn't told.
Oh. He says, by the way, 3 conferences had tournaments. I guess that's in the state. Is that right? You talking about in state or in western North Carolina? Only 3 conferences had tournaments?
The ones around here that we followed didn't.
Yep. They just don't draw much interest
They don't
anymore.
draw. Why? Yeah, they don't draw any interest.
I don't think we ever told my song.
Let's do it. Do the lyrics again.
You and me, we come from different worlds.
Yep.
You like to laugh at me when I look at other girls.
That is Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yep.
Darius Rucker, lead singer. What year?
Yeah, 90-something.
95, I think.
Okay, guys, just speaking of lyrics, I was going to do this one and changed my mind. Here's the first line. Childhood living is easy to do.
Yeah, I think that one's been done before.
Yeah.
What is it, Brett?
Wild Horses.
Wild Horses.
Gracious lady, you know who I am. Yeah.
The Stones, Wild Horses. Yeah.
Couldn't drag me away. I was trying to think of something to go with the Derby, horse, Kentucky. Just didn't work out.
Speaking of, what was the name of the horse again, or the song again?
Wild Horses.
Wild Horses. Yeah. I was going to say let's go to the Stone Pony.
Yeah.
Enjoy our day up in Jersey. Thanks for tuning in this morning. We appreciate you tuning in to Sports Talk. For Lenny, Mike, Brett, I'm David. We'll see you next week.